Have you ever cared about others and been treated badly by them? Story 1.
Walking around the school garden was my exact definition of peace. I brought the popular up to my nose, and then I suddenly felt my chest tightening. I reached for my inhaler and panicked when I realized I dropped it on the way here. Oh God, were I gonna die? Looking for this, I turned to see Axel, the most attractive guy in school, and he was holding my inhaler. It was the first time he ever talked to me. Oh, thank God, please give me that. As I was taking some puffs, he kept looking at me, and it made me feel worse instead of better. I looked away and continued calming myself down. When I turned to him again, he was gone. This boy was so mysterious. He joined our school 4 years ago, and no one knew anything about him. Hi, my name is Olivia, and I have a chronic breathing condition called asthma. I wasn't allowed to join any active sports and have some extra fun before I continue. Please like and subscribe. It was the weekend, and I invited my best friend Tori to play golf with me on our private course. I told her what happened yesterday, and she started squealing like a hyena. Oh my gosh, Betty. Maybe he secretly likes you. Nah, he just tried to have me. Wow, he's never talked to any girl before, so it definitely means something. So what if it does? He knocked my tie anyway. He told me tears for me. Rumors has it that he's had a gang outside and they love beating people up and burning things down. But that would make your love story even cuter. The title would be The Mafia Boss and His Queen. Oh, just stop with your wild-ass fantasy already. Suddenly, a private jet landed nearby, and I was shocked to see who came out. Liam. He was my childhood friend who moved to Germany when we were 10, and I hadn't seen him in 5 years. I could hardly recognize him. He looked like a prince. He ran to hug me and spun me around. I miss you so much, Rogers. I miss you too, handsome. Just then, he spotted Tori standing behind me. Why are you playing golf with your maid, Olivia? Liam, is she not? Hey, Chew, get me some fresh orange juice quick. Hello, do I look like a maid to you? Liam, she's not my maid, and her name is Tori. She's my high school best friend, so please be nice to her. Okay, whatever. I need to see your mom. We have a lot of catching up to do. As he ran up to our mansion, Tori gave me a disapproving look. This is your childhood's best friend, the guy you have been telling me so much about? He sounds like a jerk. He must be tired from the flight. Trust me, he's a nice guy. When I came to school the next day, I saw all the girls gathered in the parking lot. I checked to see what all the chaos was about and saw Liam coming out of his golden chopper with his bodyguards rolling out a red carpet for him. What was he doing here? Morgan, the most annoying brat in the world, accidentally tripped over something invisible right in front of him. Oh my God, my breast is worth $237.69 million, and now it's dirty. I need some love and comfort. Liam ignored her and grabbed a megaphone instead. Attention, everyone. Call yourself lucky because I'm joining your school now. And ladies, I know I'm super handsome and irresistible, but unfortunately for you, I'm unavailable. He sounded so pompous, but Morgan and the rest of the female population suddenly looked like distressed vegetables, and they didn't look happy to see him walking down the hallway with me or sitting right next to me during the class. But for some reason, all I could think about was Axel's empty seat at the back. Later that day, we have some important exam results being spotted on the bulletin board, and I was shocked when I didn't see my name at the top spot. Holy mother of frogs is what acts all the time. I don't understand he either sleep in class or doesn't even attend them. But he always in the top 5 and now he's freaking number 1. How is he beating me? Maybe he's studying in dark alley all night after beating someone up. As I turned around, I crashed straight into someone behind me. If you're curious, you only have to ask. Okay then, why don't you tell us? It's a secret. I have to come a bit closer. As he bent his head down to my ear, I suddenly felt my heart skips a bit. He brushed a strand of my hair away and whispered, I'm just really smart. Smarter than you, for sure. I might be smarter than Einstein himself. Gosh, he was so arrogant. I was about to brush him away when suddenly Liam did it for me. Who are you and can you step away from Olivia? I could ask you the same thing, but I'm not interested actually. Axel turned around and left, and Liam looked really annoyed as I started walking down the hallway. He followed me and asked me out for the dinner that night, so we could catch up. That sounded nice and I agreed. He took me to a really fancy restaurant and we having a good time. Till our order arrived and suddenly Liam started yelling at the waiter. I ordered a sizzling steak, not just stupidity. Liam, what are you doing? It looked completely fine. The chef came out and asked us what the problem was. The steak doesn't sizzle enough and it's not even the center of the plate. This is the stupidest food presentation I ever seen. You fired. Sure, you can't do that. I own this restaurant. My dad owns half the city, and I'm gonna to have this restaurant shut down for food poisoning. Come, Olivia, we'll leave. As we stepped outside, I turned to him furiously. Liam, you're unbelievable. How can you talk to people like that? I can talk to anyone any way I want. Olivia, this was supposed to be a perfect date, and they ruined it. I'm only angry because it means so much to me. No one ruined anything except for you. But wait, a date? I thought this was just dinner between friends. Come on, I told every girl in school that I'm unavailable, and you must know that everyone is expecting us to be together. Right? I want it, our families want it, but I don't want it. I don't even think of you that way, and who are you to decide things for me? Why are you being so difficult? Don't mess things up like this, Liam. I miss the old you, the sweet little boy who used to be my best friend. I want that person back. I won't just settle for being your friend, Olivia. I'd do anything to be more than that. And at that moment, I just knew that things would never be the same between us. The next day, at the canteen, Tori and I spotted Axel in one corner, looking anxious as he talking to someone over the phone. He abruptly talking to his advisor. Advisor? For what? Every mafia boss has his own advisor, and they're probably planning on their next victim. I tapped her head to snap her out of her crazy ideas, but my curiosity about Axel grew even more. I wondered what he was really up to. Whenever he disappeared, as he would walk off, I decided to follow him and saw him heading to the library. Now was my chance to see how he studied, but he just spread out his nose, put his head down, and fell asleep. I tiptoed and snuck closer to see Donald's and noticed that he had such cute handwriting. Suddenly, a hand grabbed mine, and when I turned my head, our lips almost touched. Were his all white cuff this time? I just wanted to grab the book next to your nose. I have a really important question to ask you, Olivia. It's now or never. Yeah. What is it? What lotion do you use? Your hand is really soft. Realizing that he was still holding my hand, I pulled away and came up with a lamb's excuse. I'd really need to pee. Bye. Later that day, I was in school elevator when he stepped into me to charm me. Please don't talk about a nose. Please don't talk about a nose. So, what would you do with my nose earlier? Still trying to figure out how I'm getting better grade than you? I told you, I just aiming for the book beside you. He just smirked at me and was about to say something when suddenly Liam slipped in. There you are. I have been looking for you everywhere. Suddenly, the elevator broke. Perfect timing. Axel started calling for help while Liam started threatening me. Why are you ignoring me? Is this about last night's fight? I'll let that stupid chap go this once. Could you please focus on the problem right now? We're basically stuck and it's so hot. Yeah, let's make it hotter then. Without any warning, Liam took off his shirt and I was stunned when I turned to my right. Axel did the same, and holy cheese, if Liam had the body of the fitness instructor, Axel had the body of a Greek god. And I look like a stupid potato between them. Why did you take off your shirt too? You're right, it's really hot. I'm either of hypothermia and suffocation. Before I could collapse, the elevator doors finally opened. Oh, thank God! I immediately burst to the restroom and used my inhaler to calm myself from the traumatic edition. One night, while I was giving out food and cat to some burgers, I spotted someone in a little jacket exchanging something with a suspicious guy. Across the street, I realized that it was Axel. I got out of my limo to secretly follow them. As I sped through an alley and entered a door that led to a basement. Oh my God, what is the hideout? I was expecting to see a room full of gangsters, but it was the complete opposite. There were naughty-looking guys solving Rubik's cubes with super difficult shapes everywhere. I spotted Axel, and he was the only one who looked different. What in the world? I made Axel's eyes across the room, and he looked so shocked to see me that he fell off his chair and he acted like nothing had happened and continued solving his cube. But I couldn't help but smile. He was so cute. After the game, he was awarded second place, but he didn't seem happy about it. He walked up to me, disappointed face. I lost by 1.5 seconds because I got distracted when I saw you at a 57 digital qualifier Next Generation Championship Cup, and I should have won it to complete my budget. So, he was actually a nerd who happened to look like a bad boy. I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to follow you. Suddenly, a scary nerd that I had ever seen tread toward Axel like a wrecking bull. I bet $5 million on you to win, and I need to get it back, you loser. Get him, guys. Time to go. Axel grabbed my hand and grabbed me out of the building. We flew on his motorbike, but the nutty goons kept following us until we reached the countryside. Suddenly, it started raining really hard and we could hardly see anything. Axel had no choice but to pull over to the nearest watershed. Both of us were shocked to the point as we sat on the single bench. It looked like the rain wasn't stopping tonight, and it was already so late. I called my parents to tell them that I was sleeping at Tori's house so they wouldn't be worried. I'm so sorry you got dragged into all this I'm so sorry you got dragged into all of this. No, it's not my fault. I shouldn't have followed you. You lost the game because of me. It's fine. There are thousands of upcoming games anyway. I grabbed the chain to reveal our ridiculous theories about him, and it was my first time seeing him laugh. So, you're telling me that all nerds are supposed to be blind and aren't allowed to wear little jackets? It was my first time seeing one. You're shaking. She must be really cold. He took his little jacket off and wrapped it around me, pulling me in a hug. I hope my body heat can make you feel better. Yeah, it's happening. I'm relieved. Feeling so safe in his arms, I found myself closing my eyes with a smile. When I opened them again, I realized that I've been asleep on Axel's shoulder for hours. It's one morning already. I woke him up and rushed to the nearest store to buy some decent clothes. We changed into new ones, and as we went to school together, everyone looked stunned, but Liam looked furious. He immediately pulled me aside. Are you out of your mind? Why did you come with that stupid gangster? Buzzes off, Liam. It's none your business. I can't believe you're choosing him over me. We basically grew up together. Axel suddenly came up to me and handed me my undershirt from last night. You forgot this in my bag. Everyone dramatically grasped, and I turned into the biggest tomato. I purposely started coughing to distract everyone, but it only made Liam and Axel race to get my inhaler from my bag. Back up, man. You back up, idiot. Suddenly, Marcus chimed in between them boys. Stop fighting over that dress with stupid balloons. I'm right here. One of you can have me. I'll take either of you. Both the boy ignored her and continued glaring at each other. Okay, that's enough. I'm not a damsel in distress who needs constant saving. I'm totally fine. Tori couldn't stop teasing me about everything that happened. I'm loving the fact that two hotties are fighting over you, but I'm Team Axel. Obviously, Liam is the villain in this story. Tori, I swear to God, my life is not a cheesy fan fiction. Seemed like it anyway. She then walked away with a decent smile. In the following day, Axel and I started hanging out, and it's probably even crazier, but I didn't care. I was really having fun with him. He even introduced me to his friend at the club. One time, I tried to touch his favorite cube, but he panicked. Be careful, you have to hold it gently. It's the 6th generation fully functional limited edition cube. God, he was such a hard nerd. Don't worry, I'll handle it with care. And then I surprised him by solving it in less than a minute. Brains and beauty, you're really something else, Olivia. Suddenly, Liam appeared out of nowhere and challenged him. Let's have a ball match tomorrow after school, one by one. The winner can dance Olivia, while the loser should back up forever. Are you out of your mind? I'm not a freaking trophy for the stupid competition. To my surprise, Axel replied, see you tomorrow then. As Liam walked off, I turned to Axel angrily, but he took my hand. It's the only way for him to back off. I promise I will win this, okay? But be careful, I don't trust Liam to play fair. I was their only audience the next day, and I was a bundle of nerves. Minutes into the game, Axel was already beating Liam, but effortlessly. Are you ready to lose? Ask that to yourself, idiot. To my surprise, Liam suddenly hit Axel's hose with his mallet, causing it to panic and broke him off. Liam then grabbed a chain to hit the ball and shot it at the goal. He then came up to me and smirked. You are mine now, whether you like it or not. Over my dad's body, Liam. You're not my best friend anymore. You're a monster. A very sexy and attractive monster. Axel got up and glared at him. You clearly cheated. This is not fair. We never had any rules, loser. Axel lunged forward to attack Liam, who suddenly snapped his finger, and his bodyguard dragged Axel away. And I felt even angrier. Do you really think all this is helping you win me over? You're just making me dislike you more. What do you think your parents would say if they learned their little princess is dating a gangster? Where's your proof? Axel is a decent guy, and he's also a genius. You really like him, don't you? Finally, you got a hand. We'll see about that. The next day, I was surprised to see the whole school in a total mess. The walls were on broom by spray paint, and half on blockers had been smashed. The principal was filming. He checked the surveillance footage, and we were all shocked to see who the culprits were. Axel. I couldn't be. I knew it. He couldn't accept the fact that I beat him in the games yesterday, so he threw a little tantrum. Suddenly, Morgan clung to Axel's arm. You could have destroyed me instead, Axel Bay, and I would have thanked you for it. Girl, have some dignity and it is to fill your empty brain. Axel turned to me and spoke. You know, I couldn't do this, Oliver. Of course, only idiots would believe that footage. Unfortunately, the principal was one of them. He immediately suspended Axel, and seeing Liam grinning made me blood boil. Obviously, he had framed Axel, but I had to find some proof first. Later that night, I sneaked through Liam's window and hid inside his clothes. Soon, he entered his room with a guy who was wearing the same outfit and hairstyle as Axel, and they were talking about how they had set him up this morning. I knew it. I make a video, the whole thing, and just then I bump into something and make a loud sound. At the next second, the closet door flew open and Liam turned into a psycho. You little witch, give me your phone or else. He was about to hurt me when his parents suddenly barking. I showed them the video and told them about Liam's behavior, and they were very disappointed. You're going to regret this, Oliver. You see. To teach him a lesson, his parents cut off his allowance and put him on the plane back to Germany. I was sad because I lost my childhood friend, but he just wasn't the same guy anymore, and now I could finally focus on Axel. I headed to their club, but he wasn't there. I didn't find him at his mansion either. I tried calling him on his phone, but there wasn't any signal. Where's he? What if Liam did something to him before he leaving? Feeling so worried, I suddenly had a hard time breathing, but I couldn't find my inhaler anywhere. Looking for this? I turned to see Axel, and he was holding my inhaler. I ran to him with happy tears. I thought something bad had happened to you. I'm so sorry. Even got you worried. I just got busy doing something. He brought me off to his room, and I was shocked when he unveiled a huge painting like Rubik's Cube with my face on it. Axel, this is just amazing. Olivia, I like you since the first time I laid my eye on you, but I'm still scared to get close to you because I knew you just fallen for you, and well, I did. So, what are you waiting for? He responded by finally kissing me, and it feels so true. I love you. I love you too. Suddenly, Tori stepped into the room and started jumping like a monkey. I knew it! Wait, has Timmy followed me? Axel and I just chuckled at her craziness.